Welcome back, trainers. Today we're going to be going a step-by-step guide on how to beat Arceus, what it's going to be doing, how to get past those, how to dodge those attacks, and finally how to beat it. And we're going to go over the battle system as well, what moves it's going to use against you, especially in that second battle. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so when the battle starts, the first thing that's going to happen is the Ring of Death and Meteors. It's going to be shooting out a pulsating ring, and after that ring goes out a little bit, there's then going to be a circular spot where a meteor is going to land and do damage to your character. So you want to make sure that you're not anywhere near that explosion, and you definitely want to dodge over the ring. So let's talk about how to do that real quick. So when he uses the ring, you're going to have a chance to dodge over it. So I find left and right dodge movements do work the best. Now you might be in a situation where you have to dodge forward at some point, but left and right seem to give you a little bit more of an advantage, even if it's maybe a little bit angled to kind of the upper angle on the left or right, so you're kind of mirroring the arc of the ring there. You might be able to get out of the circle a little easier that way, but left and right definitely does seem to be the easiest and most efficient way to dodge the ring. Now, the big thing is you want to hit the Arceus with your mysterious bomb while you're dodging, and that's going to be tricky. And the big key here is to not get overzealous and try to get too much. Don't get greedy, basically. So 1 or 2 is definitely going to hit. I wouldn't recommend trying 3 or 4. Stick with your 2. You're able to dodge effectively and hit those 2 every time and get ready for the next dodge. Whereas if you do 3, you might get it off, but sometimes you might get hit in the process, and you definitely want to get hit as little as possible. So stick with the 2. Okay, the next attack is going to be these laser blasts that Arceus puts out, and this is actually super easy to dodge, but also super easy to screw up too. So all you really have to do here is listen to the audio cue. As soon as you hear the noise that it's going off, just dodge right away. You don't have to wait for the laser blast to get to you or to try to time it properly. As soon as you hear that noise, just dodge. And again, left and right seems to work really well here. You could probably just keep going left or keep going right, but left and right worked very well for me here, and I was able to dodge pretty much all of them except for one time where I got a little overzealous and tried to hit him. So don't do that. Do not try to hit him while the laser blasts are going. Just dodge, and then you'll be able to get to the next round of attacks. Okay, so the third attack is going to be a large area of effect attack that Arceus is going to do. So after you get the first 2 waves done of the first attack and the second attack, he's going to teleport across the screen to the other side of where he's at, literally the direct opposite of where he's at, and he's going to do this big circular AoE thing. So almost the entire arena is going to go red. And what you're going to want to do is run over to him real quick because there's a safe area around him. So you're going to want to run to him and just start pelting him with the mysterious bombs. So that's what you're going to want to do. Just start pelting Arceus with the as many mysterious bombs as you can. It doesn't matter, however many you can get off before he goes to the next attack, which is going to be, he's going to teleport out of this, and that's going to start the 4th attack for you here. So just pelt him away and get ready for the next part. The next attack is going to be a teleport charge. So after the 3rd attack where you go up and you start pelting him with the mysterious bombs, what's going to happen is he's going to disappear, and there's going to be a rift or tear that opens up in the middle of the arena, and Arceus is going to charge at you wherever you're at. So I like to be as close to the edge of the arena for this as possible. Gives you that little bit more time to be able to dodge. But honestly, this is fairly simple. You just have to wait for the right moment in order to dodge this attack. So when the tear opens up in the middle, it's going to look like just some scraggly lines kind of hanging out all over the place. But you're going to see an animation right there, and as soon as you see that, Arceus is going to charge, and you just dodge. So that's how you know the attack is coming. You'll get a little animation build up at the beginning, and then all of a sudden a fast charge, and that's when you dodge out of the way. Now, you likely won't be able to hit him with any mysterious bombs after this, and that's okay. Just prepare for the next wave of attacks. Okay, so the next wave is going to be a triple AoE. He's going to split up into 3 parts of the map, basically opposite to where he just was, and one of those Arceus that you see are going to do that big AoE originally and have that save space, and you're going to have to run to that and then run to the opposite one that's going to have that, and then the middle one should be the last one there. And so you're going to finish that off by hitting it with the mysterious bombs to stop it from doing the big AoE that it's building up to do. And you'll notice that by the 4 balls that are above its head, that are floating above its head. So you got to hit it 4 times to stop it from doing its big attack. So in order to dodge this, really, I like to go towards the middle of the Arceus here and kind of wait there to see which side it's going to go to, left or right, and then go to that corresponding spot. Now, I think it could be any 3. I think it could be any 3, whether it's the middle, the left, or the right. So just keep in mind it could be any of those. The 2 times I did this, it was on the left, and then it was on the right, and the other time it was on the right, and then it was on the left. So just keep that in mind. Just make sure you get to those safe spaces, and then knock those orbs down, and then it's time for battle. Okay, we're going to talk about the battles with Arceus at the end of everything else. We're going to go over the move stuff first, and then we're going to talk about the battle. So the first thing that's going to happen as soon as you get out of the battle is a rinse and repeat. So you're going to go back into the first and second of its attacks, the wave with the meteors and then the laser beams, and that's going to be what he's going to do next. So you're just going to rinse and repeat and do the same dodge mechanics and same throwing mechanics how you were doing it before in order to maximize what you can do to the Arceus and take as less damage or as little damage as possible. Keep in mind, this is after your first battle. So we're going to go over that battle in a little bit here. So after the battle, you get a rinse and repeat of the first and second attacks that Arceus uses. So do the same thing that you did at the first part of this video. The next thing the Arceus is going to do, or the 6th attack, is going to be this massive hit. So it's kind of a multi-tiered thing here. So it's not just one thing. It is going to be charging up for a big hit that it does, but it's also going to be pulsating out a little staggered. It's going to have a pulse that comes out that can hit you and knock you back as well. So you're going to have to be able to dodge that while throwing the mysterious bombs to knock the orbs off of the Arceus's head. It's actually not too bad here. It's only a couple hits, so just dodge that first ring. Don't get too overzealous like I do here, and dodge that first ring and then finish knocking it down afterwards and get ready for your next battle. Okay, so the battles with Arceus. The first battle, this is going to be a regular fight at its normal typing, and it's pretty linear here. So just send out your Pokemon and beat it up as fast as you can. And that's pretty much all there is to the first battle. Just be careful because it is level 75, and it will have some good moves on there. As you can see, it's using extra sensory, so it will have moves that are going to damage you. It will be raising its stats. It will be doing a lot of things, so just keep that in mind because it is a strong Pokemon. It is the legendary Arceus. But otherwise, this is a fairly straightforward battle. Just use your Pokemon heavy hitting attacks and go from there. Use your agile and strong styles accordingly. That's going to change a little bit for the next battle you do, but in the first one, make sure that you're just getting as many hits in as quickly as you can so you can do as much damage as possible. Okay, the next battle is where the fun really begins because Judgement is involved. So Arceus is going to be using the move Judgement. Now this is a real problem. Not only is it a super heavy hitting attack, but it also, the Arceus is also going to be changing its typing based off of whatever you have out on the field. So if you have something out on the field, it's going to change to an opposite typing that's going to be super effective against you. Judgement, in combined with it changing its typing, is 1 turn. It's not going to take 2 turns to change its typing. Before it uses the attack, it auto changes to whatever is going to be super effective to your Pokemon. You can see it's going to change here so it can heavy hit the Electrode, and it's not going to one-shot it because I'm level 96, but if you're in the 70s or 80s, it's probably going to one-shot you with a super effective hit, unless you have something that's super tanky and has crazy bulk. That's the only kind of alternative there that's a maybe gonna live through that. If you're in the 90s, you have a good chance of living, but otherwise this is going to be a heavy fight for you, so be careful because it's going to do a crazy amount of damage. And again, it doesn't matter what you put out. If you put it out and it has a weakness, it's going to maximize the damage that it outputs against you by changing to that weakness. So just keep that in mind and heal yourself accordingly. If you've got max revives or something and you got to use them, use them. Don't be stingy. Just use them. You can make more later. But that's pretty much what's going to happen with this Arceus battle here. I actually love seeing the different colors as it changes its typing. It's so cool to see, and I love it a lot. I really do. It was almost a shame to have to kill it. And that is your Arceus battle. You don't have to catch Arceus. Arceus is basically going to just go to your inventory or your box. So you don't have to worry about catching it or anything like that. You're going to have your whole animation at the end where you talk to Arceus for a little bit and so on and so forth. But this was a super cool battle. I really enjoyed it. It's not as crazy intensive as spoiler, as fighting Volo and everything like that, but it was really cool. Really liked it a lot. And it didn't take too long to get used to the fight, like 1 or 2 times really, and I had it down pretty good, so I'm confident that you guys will as well, and I hope this guide certainly helped you out. And if it did, please drop a like and comment. It helps the channel out. And if you have something to say about the fight itself, whether you really enjoyed the typing changes, or you thought it was really cool, or that it could have been, you know, crazy harder, like whatever it is, put it down in the comments. Let me know, and I'll get back to you about it. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out, guys. You guys rock. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video. But until then, take care.